Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make a beautiful bracelet using some Jesse James beads, chains, and charms. But first of all, our encouraging word for today is life is too short to worry. That is the truth. Worry does nothing. Doesn't do anything at all to change your situation. Okay. First of all, I have alcohol inks on my fingers. I'm very sorry. I've been doing a lot of resin and alcohol ink projects, so just overlook it, please. There's nothing I can do about it. So we're going to work today with some beautiful Jesse James charms. Now these two right here are charms. These are all charms, but they come in the bead mixes. And the two bead mixes that we're working with today are Strawberry Rhubarb and Blackberry Baby. Okay? And I will link all these in the description box below the video. But Jesse James is having a big sale this week, 9/26 to 10/2. It is buy one, get one free charms and pendants. So this would be a great opportunity to get some charms and pendants. And yeah, I love Jesse James charms. They're cute. All right, so here's what we're using if you want to make this today. So I have got all of the dangles and charms out of the Strawberry Rhubarb and Blackberry Baby mini mixes, okay? Then I have these two little ladybug charms, and then I have a bunch of the beads from the Strawberry Rhubarb and Blackberry Baby mini mixes, and you can use whatever ones you want. You know, this is just what I've pulled out. I have a piece of this really cool chain. I love this chain, and let me see how long this is. It's right at 7 inches, okay? I have a piece of bead stringing wire. This is 19 strand bead stringing wire. I have two 12mm rings. These are just for the ends to hook the wire on and the clasp and everything. I have this beautiful rhinestone magnetic clasp, and let me tell you, this thing is strong, but we're going to use that. I have two 5mm wire guards and two 2x2 crimp tubes and a bunch of jump rings here, okay? And you're going to need your tools, of course. So if you want to make this, grab your stuff together and we're going to get it going. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, set the charms aside for a minute, and the chain. And we're going to string up our strung strand here. So the way that we're going to do that, you're going to need crimping pliers too. I didn't mention that, but you're going to need crimping pliers. So I'm going to, in detail here, show how I crimp, because everybody's always like, I have trouble crimping, and I had trouble crimping too. But if you use a good quality crimp bead, these are bead on 2x2 crimp tubes, you're going to not have as much trouble. So we're going to take our ring. Do I want to put this on? I am. I'm going to go ahead and open the jump ring and just go ahead and put the clasp on, because it'll just be easier to get that out of the way. So I'm just going to slide it on there just so it's in there and out of the way. Close this jump ring up really good. You want to hear that metal click together. That's how you know that your jump ring is closed up really good, okay? All right, now we're going to take our crimp tube, put it on our wire, put our wire guard in. We're taking the wire through one little channel on the wire guardian. Okay, we're going to come up and around, pull this up a little bit, then we're going to slide our ring on, and then we're going to go back through our crimp tube just like this. Okay, so here's what you'll have. You'll have your little wire guardian, your crimp tube, and your two pieces of bead stringing wire. Now I'm holding those two pieces of bead stringing wire so that they do not cross over each other. I'm going to bend this wire guardian in. I just like to do that. You don't have to, but I like to bend it in a little. Take my crimping pliers, and where this bottom divot is, this one right here, we're going to lay this right in it, and you want to pull up and keep those wires separated so they're not crossing each other. Okay, just like that, and crimp down tightly. And what that's going to do is it's going to create two little channels, and one wire goes in each channel. Okay, then we're going to turn this 90 degrees, and I usually go in the second little divot here on the pliers, this one right here, and then we're just going to turn it 90 degrees and fold that over, and there you have your little crimp. Okay, and so now we're just going to string. So let's see. This end of the clasp I'm going to take off just for kicks and giggles. Okay. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think I will do a rhinestone bead first. Now this is totally your own creative control. You can string it however you want. There's no right or wrong. I'm not even sure I'm going to follow a pattern. I think I'm just going to string them on. I just wanted all these colors in here, the blacks, the whites, the gold even, because these charms, some of these charms have gold in them. All right, let's see. Let's do a rhinestone rondelle. I love these. And one of these big guys. And I'm making sure that I tuck my tail in, whatever tail was left when I came through the crimp bead, I'm tucking that in the beads. And I want to use a lot of these rhinestone rondelles. I just think they're really pretty, and I want there to be a lot of sparkle in this strung part. So let's go ahead and do this tiny one, this black one. And again, I'm just going to string. I'm not going to do any pattern, I don't think. But I am going to use a lot of these. So like every other bead, probably, I'm going to use one of these rhinestone rondelles. Okay. Let's do another one of these guys. Very pretty. Okay. A lot of sparkle, a lot of shine. Make it really pretty. Okay, I need a little bit of red, I think. Let's go ahead and do one of these. Actually, I may need some red. I think I need some red back in there. Let me do that. Go ahead and put this red one. That looks better. Then we'll go this guy. And then let's do one of these. This guy. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. We'll do this one. Now I need to measure here in just a second and see how long this is. We'll go ahead and do the rhinestone rondelle, this big black rondelle. Or do we need red? We need red. Let's do this one. And then this one. Okay, now let me measure real quick. I knew when I pulled out all those beads I wouldn't be able to use them all, but I wanted to. So we're looking at right at about a little over 6. So I can go just a few more. Let's do this guy here. And let's see, let's do this one. And maybe this big one. Now let's see where we are. I think I'm too long now. Yeah, I'm 7.5. Okay. I'll take him off and end it. Well, we'll just end right there. That's probably good. Let me see how we measure up with this though. No, actually, I probably do need to have him on. So I'm going to add him right back on and then we'll stop. Okay, so that's what we've got. Now I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way. I'm not sure. I always have the hardest time getting my length in bracelets. Okay, so this is a jump ring I had on there from something else. Let me take that off. We don't need that. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this chain part and I'm going to attach it right to the jump ring. So let me grab a bead bug so I don't lose all my beads off this bracelet, because I will. Okay. All right, I'm going to attach this right to this jump ring here. Just like that. Just make sure it's closed up good. Okay, so now I kind of have to look and see, get all these back up in here, what my length is like. So it really is very close there. I probably actually should add one more bead on here. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's see. Let's do this rondelle spacer and end with the little rhinestone bead, kind of like the other end. Okay. Now, I think that, yeah, that's going to make these two pretty perfectly aligned, and that's what I want. So now I'm going to take my other end. This little tail up here keeps wanting to come out. Okay. I'm going to take my other crimp tube and wire guard. Just going to put the crimp tube on. Same thing we did on the other end. Put the wire guardian on. Go up and around. Take our other ring and insert it. Okay. And then we're just going to go back through here. And back through a few beads with this tail. I don't really want to come out between that rhinestone rondelle and the bead because it'll make it lay weird. So I'm going to go make sure it goes back through the bead. Okay, pull everything tight. Now you don't want everything stick straight, but you do want everything to be, you know, you don't want any spacing in between your beads. So just make sure everything's pulled up tight. And you do want it to have a little movement, so make sure that it's not stick straight, poker straight. I didn't get that closed up good, did I? Because he came right off there. There we go. All right, so just pulling tight. Now on this end, you can't tell if it's crossed or not. Your wires are crossed. There's just no way to do it. I do go ahead and bend this wire guard in just a little. I'm pulling everything tight again. And then I'm just going to crimp it. And you just do the best you can on this end. Turn it and close that up. All right, trim this little snaggle right here. And there's what we've got. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, we're going to take this jump ring and open it up. I'm going to insert these two pieces of chain on and my clasp. Close that right back up. This big one you can just about do with your fingers. And here's what we have. So that in itself is a pretty little bracelet. But we are going to hang some charms on it. That is really pretty by itself. But we're going to hang some charms over here. So I'm going to take this and lay it out here, get my bead bug out of the way, and we're going to take these jump rings and just hook the charms right on. Now I know I want my flower to be somewhere pretty close to the middle, so I'll grab some pliers here. And I do have, these are some thick jump rings. I don't know how thick they are, but the thicker the better. Okay, so I've got all my charms laid out here, kind of how I want them to go. So I'm just going to take my pliers and I'm just going to start putting them on. So I definitely want the bigger flower to go here on the middle. And I kind of want them all to hang the same way, so when you put it on, they all dangle the same direction. So I'm just putting these on, making sure that I close my jump rings up really good. And I'm just going to hook them on with jump rings. I'm not going to use eye pins or make loops or anything like that. This is very simple. I'm just going to hook them on to the chain with the jump rings. Very simple. So lay yours out like you want them to go, which is what I've done here, and just hook them all on using your jump rings. And I'm just doing like I'm doing the flower in the middle kind of by itself, I think. And then I may do two or three charms on each little area, each little section past that. These are pretty big sections on this chain, so you could definitely put more than one little charm on each one. And I'm hooking some on the bottom links of the chain and some on the tops, but just trying to make sure that they all do face the same direction. That's the main thing. And I do have some different sizes in jump rings here. I've got some 4mm and some 6mm. And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, but all that will do is maybe make them hang at different lengths a little bit. It won't be a huge difference, It's not like I'm putting them on 2 or 3 different jump rings, to dangle down. It won't really make much of a difference, but I do have some different size jump rings here just because I grabbed out what I had in my stash and I was just pulling them out, not really paying attention to, I didn't get any big ones, but have a couple different sizes of the smaller ones. So that's all I'm doing. I'm hooking them on. This is very black and red and white. Pretty cute colors. And you could hook these all on, you wouldn't even have to do them in like a pattern like I've done kind of here. You could do it any way that you want to do it. Get creative with it. And I'm just going to continue to hook them on. Now I've caught my plier on that magnetic clasp. That is a strong magnetic clasp, guys. I usually don't use magnetic clasps for bracelets, but I gotta say, this one is strong. So I'm just gonna pick this up and look. So see, that's kind of what I've got going on there. Just a bunch of little dangles. So I'm going to continue to hook these on, and I will be right back when I'm done. Okay, so I've got all my charms hooked on, and that is pretty much it for the bracelet. So it has the nice magnetic clasp. You can just put it on. It is dangly and cute. You got all your little charms on here. So yeah, this one's pretty fun. So check it out, Jesse James Beads website. They have got all of their charms and pendants on sale this week. Buy one, get one free. And yeah, this is a fun little bracelet to make. You could do this with any charms. Yeah, a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And check out Jesse James Beads. I'll have this all linked in the description box below. And have a great rest of the day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.